So yeah, hey guys. Yeah, so this video I'm just gonna go through roughly what I think personally can be a good warm-up before you start your daily grind games. So before you start playing Apex for the day, usually what I recommend, especially for new joiners to the game, is to run training mode. Now, training mode gives you a lot of opportunities to brush up some of the required skills, like aiming, flicking, and whatnot. And I'll show you an example, right? Let's just go into training mode now. And I'll run you through roughly what is the usual routine that I went through before I play Apex. Like, I usually do this like at least 10 minutes for every day before I start
to Apex Legends.
So basically, when you get into training mode, you know,
me Bloodhound.
Let's
begin with basic movement.
You have to go through all these training things. So basically, yeah, just go through it. But here's why I say training mode is quite good.
Sliding down hills increases speed.
So in training mode, right? Before you even start shooting stuff and whatnot, one of the best ways that I like to practice and get a feel of the game before I start, you know, actually going into the actual gameplay is I like to just sprint around, practice my sprint jump. You know, just getting a feel of how far I can jump, whatnot, before I actually get into the gameplay. This is what, so it's like, now I just started to play Apex, right? So usually for the day, so I'll just do something like this just to practice around. Yep. Alright. And then after that, I'll open this.
Grab your supplies.
Yeah.
Your HUD will show
So you're supposed to like throw grenades and use health kit, right? But one of the key thing that you can do over here is actually you can practice your bunny hop heal over here, which is very important. I'm still in the process of trying to master it. But yeah, you can just like over here, you can just practice bunny hopping.
Just a sec, 1 second.
Then you can cancel it immediately. Like, don't use it. Like, just try to get a feel of it and then cancel it so that, yeah, so you still have the health kit to use. So yeah.
Just a sec, 1
like
second.
So just run around. And just cancel it. And I just keep repeating it for like maybe, I don't know, like until you're happy. Just to get a feel of, just to practice your bunny hop.
Patching myself up a bit.
Something like that. So it's like, it's quite good. That's why training mode gives you a lot of freedom to practice the thing that you're lacking of.
Patching myself up a bit.
So it's like, it's actually really good. Like, even if you don't practice bunny, you just want to do bunny hop. Practice bunny hop. It's also a good place for you to start practicing it. So it's like, it's really good, to be honest. And like, I'm still practicing it. Like, I haven't really get it yet, but it's still a nice place. You know, just to practice movement. So yeah, once you're done with all this movement thing,
Just a sec,
right? Once you practice all the movement thing, then you just go through over here just to unlock. Yeah, so you have to sort of like, you know, do the tutorial thing.
Inside the supply bin, you will find a weapon and ammo.
Yeah, then you get your R301. So over here,
the battle calls upon you.
what you can do, especially for new players or people who just started playing FPS, is there's plenty of target practice over here, right? And then you have unlimited ammo.
Grab a second weapon.
I mean, it kind of sucks that you don't have attachment over here right now. They don't give you attachment, but more or less, at least you get a feel of the gun. So,
choose your new weapon.
so a bit of caveat. The targets over here, they're not really that reflective of real life figures. Like, you will feel that it's easier to hit headshots over here because number one, they're stationary, and number two, their dimension is different just because of how character models are being modeled in Apex Legends. So they are not really that accurate, but they still are pretty good practice ground. So what I'll do is I'll grab like 2 R301s, because R301's a pretty decent gun to use as a practice tool, you know. Yep. So what I'll do is I'll keep auto. I'll make sure that damage numbers are being shown. So floating. right? Then I'll just go through the targets, like maybe around 5 clips. I'll do something like this. Reload. Okay. Then I'll do that was bad. But it's very important is the key takeaway is that you want to shoot one line and you want to reload immediately, rather than wasting your whole clip then only reload. And the reason why is that reloading in this game, for those who still are not aware, your reloading speed is actually faster if you still have bullets in your magazine. So for example, if I do this and I reload, it's slower as compared if I do this and I still have magazine in my clip and I reload. So you see that you don't have to pull that bolt thing, and it saves you quite like 1 second, which is a lot when you're actually fighting people. So when you're practicing over here and reload, it reinforces your muscle memory so that you will, like, when you fight people, then you reload rather than you focusing on this and reload, and then you like waste you waste 1 second, and it all adds up. So you want to reinforce that that habit in your training sessions, so when you actually play games, it does the same thing. So yeah. So I'll start doing this for like maybe 5 clips. You could try to go for the headshot. That was bad. Yeah. And then again. Okay. Notice that I keep strafing because while I'm doing this, I'm also practicing my strafing. And at the same time, you can mix it up. Like you can do this. That's the normal aim. And you can do the quick aim as well. Yeah. And then you can practice hipfire as well. Mix it up a bit. Okay. Once you're like comfortable, maybe you spend like 100 bullets doing that already. I'll start doing what I call like splits. So basically what you do is like you mix it up. You fire you take out the middle target, and you take out the left target, and you take out the right target, and then over here you take the middle target, right target, left target, right target, left target. Why? It's because during actual fights you actually have people like going left, right, and it sort of reinforces that habit for you to turn. Yeah, so something like that. Yeah, and then once you keep doing that for maybe another 100 bullets. It's very fast. Like you don't feel it once you start practicing it. Yeah. So once maybe you spend like another 100 bullets doing this exercise, or strafing, or while stationary, either way, then the next thing I would like practice is I'll do flicks. So best way to do flicks, to practice flicks from what I've been doing so far is you want to target your reticle right below here. Alright, and you want to do your close fix. So this is your close flick. Bad pronunciation. Then you want to do your medium flick, which is the middle target. So that. Then you do your far flick, which you don't really use it. It's quite rare that you do like far flick, like. Yeah, but it's a good way to do it. So you want to keep doing it. So it's basically like. Or go on single fire and do it as well. Yeah, flicks are. You don't use it that much, more important, most of the games that you play, you do like close flicks. These are more the close to medium flicks are usually what you do in most games. But it's good to practice far flicks, long flicks as well. Okay. So maybe like what 50 bullets, or maybe also 100 bullets. Once I'm done with this, then what I'll do is then I would start, because like I said, remember earlier I said that the training models over here are not representative of actual character model. Well, guess what? You have Bloodhound over here. So Bloodhound over here, this is an actual character model. He's stationary, but this is the actual character model. So to practice tracking based on the actual character model, what I can do is I use the R301 and you try to shoot it, because when you shoot him, you know that your bullet hits him when there's blood coming out. See? Right? So what I do is go back to auto. So first I'll try to practice my spray control, which is very easy by the way on the R301. On his head. Then slowly, you start off by close, right? And then you move further away. Then you move further away. And then you move further away. Here's about the maximum range that I would suggest. Yeah. Once you're comfortable with this, what I do is to practice tracking your target while you're moving. Try to hit his head while you move, while you strafe. So like this. Yeah, obviously you have very little ammo, so like. But basically you want to like, you know, move in the circle of here to here, or tracking his head, making sure that every bullet hits his head. You know, you want to see that constant splurge of blood. Censorship. Splurge of blood out from his head, so it's like, yeah. Something like that. Yeah, you want to make sure that happens. That's a very good way. And it's actually a very good way for people who feel that like, you know the R99, this one? This bad boy over here.
Communication with your brethren.
So
you can ping different locations, objects, and enemies depending on where you're looking.
Yes.
Follow the checklist to cycle through your pings.
Yes, thank you, Bloodhound. Anyway, yeah. So most people say that the R99 spray is like really fast, you know, and it's like very hard to control. So actually, you can practice that in training mode as well. Like using the same what I just mentioned. Just try to track his head with the R99. You see, it's not easy, right? So you need to, so you can use this bad boy over here to practice it. Right? And then you can just try and do the same thing. You know, and you realize that you actually stray faster with the SMG, which is fine. And then you just try to track his head. Eventually, if you can do it perfectly, like then you will see. If you can do here perfectly, chances are you might do the same thing also when you're playing the actual games. You see, so like yeah, so I'll mix it up with the R99 against the Bloodhound. I'll do something like this, and then I'll do something like this. You know, and then I'll mix it up just to practice strafing. After a while, once I feel like I get the hang of it, then I will go for the wingman training. Yeah, the single shot training. So the wingman training. So the wingman training is actually, I'm not that good using the wingman, but for what I know is I've seen some other professional streamers and even professional players. Training modes is again a very good ground for you to train your wingman. You know, as again, you want to get the most headshot. So you want to do it. You want to use a hip fire, and you want to try to get as much headshot as you can from your hip fire. So I advise this again to most my friends is the wingman. It will always hit dead center because of how shooting games in general works. The wingman, the first shot of the wingman, hip fire wise, will always hit dead center. The first shot, it will always hit dead center. It's the second shot onwards that it starts spraying around, spreading around like crazy. And after the nerf that Respawn did to the wingman, it's spread even more. So what I suggest for a usually new player is just that, because you know the first shot is gonna be dead center, right? So what I usually recommend them is take the first shot and then shoot again. You know, take it easy. Don't go. Well, I notice most people who are not good at controlling the wingman, what they do is they do this. Of course, your wingman is gonna spray like mad, you know. And if you don't know how to control the recoil of it, it's gonna get even worse. So, if you're relatively new and you want to start using and you want to use the wingman, so what I suggest is you just shoot make sure you land the first shot. You know, because the first shot is dead center. So make sure you land the first shot. Doesn't matter if it's hit shot or body shots. You know, as long as you land a shot, that's good, right? So you want to make sure that the first shot that you hit is land, and the first shot will always be dead center. So hit it, wait a while, hit again, wait a while, hit, wait a while, reset, hit, reset, hit, reset, hit. Instead of like, it's not working, man. It's not working. So rather than you just take the first shot, take it easy, take the first shot again, take it easy, take the first shot again, take it easy. Because it's always dead center. So the first, like I said, the first shot is always dead center. So after you shoot, take about like 1 second, strafe around a bit, let it resets, and then shoot again. Let it reset, shoot again, reset, shoot again, reset, shoot again, reset, shoot again. Yes, you might not be as good as the other real people who are actually really know how to use the wingman. You would shoot as fast as them, but at least you land more shots, which is more important for the wingman. Eventually, once you learn the hang of how the recoil works, then you can you can start, you can just go to power with it. You know, but yeah, for really new joiners and who wanted to use the wingman, yeah, that's a good way to practice the wingman. So just shoot. 1 second, 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 shoot. Yeah. Okay, so that's about it. So usually that's what I do. Yeah, you can practice with the G7 Scout. This personally is like my favorite gun. So I also like to practice quick scope with it. Yeah. You can practice shotgun over here, but I don't really see the point of it because shotgun usually, how you want to get good shotgun, it's not like aiming stationary target, because that's never the issue. The issue is trying to hit moving targets with the shotgun. So I don't know. I don't think you can like gain much practicing the shotgun over here. But yeah, the other steps at the very least are good warm up exercise for you to do before you head on in. I mean, in my opinion, it's I much rather do this for the start of like the first 10 minutes or the first 15 minutes before I start my Apex games, rather than doing my warm-up session by just dropping into Skull Town, because chances are you're just gonna get, bulldozed by people, especially if you're a new player. So yeah, just spend 10-15 minutes at the start every day before you start your games, and eventually, yeah, you'll definitely see some improvement. Your aiming, your flicking, your strafing, your tracking, yeah. So yeah, I hope this video helps a lot in at least trying to give you guys some pointers on how to practice. And yeah, see you soon. Thanks very much.